Your brain cannot manage it. You understand? Welcome back to my channel. Welcome back to another video. So in today's video, we're going to be talking about why smart students fail their exams, basically, right? So whether or not you're doing CXE or you're in university, I'm gonna tell you exactly why smart students fail, right? But before we get into this video, if you're doing CXE, there are some CXE courses / lessons that are listed down below, crash courses, study guides, everything that you need, CXE playlist, everything will be down below in the description. Go ahead and check that out. But anyways, let us continue in the video. So smart students, why do they fail? So they don't fail because they're not a sense. That's not why. You understand what I mean? That's not why they fail, because they're not a sense. Because I've been in situations where I would like to consider, I'm not gonna say I'm smart, but I will consider myself as somebody who have a certain level of sense, common sense and sense. You understand what I mean? I have a certain level of sense. And I've gone into exams before in the past where I kinda can't believe I'm going to exam and do that, if you know what I mean. So why do smart students fail? The number one reason why smart students fail is, first, go ahead and subscribe, and yeah. All right, so the number one reasons why smart students fail is that they're not using the right study strategy. Like that, it's as simple as that. You're not using the right study strategy because you when an exam, and we don't know how we will get like this, or maybe, alright, depending on what exam you're doing, that's the strategy that will work. You understand what I mean? So if the exam that you're doing is question optional, you can focus on certain topics more than others. If it's not question optional, then you know you have to try and cover everything. But the way you go about it is also very important. So to me, do not try to cram. You understand me? Don't try to cram. And when me in high school, people used to say, oh, don't cram. I know me know the word cram mean, because I never consider myself as cramming. But cramming is when you have a short amount of time and you try to process a lot of information in that short period of time, because guess what? Your brain cannot manage it. You understand? You cannot try to cram all the night before or even a week before, depending on what exam you're doing. And I cram this because each time you get information into your brain, it's like this. It go down, it go down, it go down. When you're going to the exam, only probably the last thing or the first thing when you study, you remember. Everything in the middle, you don't remember. And there's psychology to this. Go and search up the theory, but there is psychology to this. That the last thing and the first thing is what the brain remembers most. Everything in the middle can get lost somewhere in there because you're trying to cram. Listen, that's why smart students fail their exams. That's why, because the study strategy don't make no sense. The cramming don't make no sense. If you're trying to study every single thing 2 days before the exam, if your goal is to know everything, listen to me, that's not gonna happen. Is it your brain that remember the last thing or the first thing, but it not remember what going in the middle? It not remember none of that, right? So that's where you go wrong in your studying, because you have sense and you know what you do, but you just go about studying very, very wrong. And me personally going to exam, go do this before me tell you say don't do it, kind of make no sense. Your brain not going to remember the details of what going on the middle. And the next thing I want to say too, at the start of the term and the start of the semester, when the teacher say, okay, follow the information, read, listen to me, please read. Like, and me tell you this, but honestly, and all the time me do it too, because sometimes you have so much coursework to do, you have so much assignments to do, and you don't have the time if you read. You have got class, come back and appear work. When you go sit down and read, we do today. Especially if you have multiple subjects, how you gonna sit down afterwards and read through all of that? But listen to me, the you before exam is going to thank you for that, because when exam come and you have 1 week, and bear in mind that I know one exam we have enough exam to do all at once, right? So how we going to study for each exam, you know what I mean? So your future self doing the exam, I go thank you. So let's see that learn through the semester. Because what happened is this, let me tell you something. I do an exam for a course and in a university, you know, how it's a course in a university and, you know, a subject in a high school, but still we do an exam. And let me tell you something, this particular course I never interested from day one, never like it from day one. Me do some things for this course and me just never like it. like when I want to know, it was an insect course. I mean, I like the bag of insect and all of them something there, so I never want to touch all of that, right? So basically for the course we have to collect insect, and basically I never like it, right? So anyways, I'm going to the exam, and basically my answer I could, but at the same time because I wait until the semester done with just I learn, because I didn't learn nothing from before, right? I didn't learn nothing from the semester start because I just never care, I'm never interested, and then before the exam I try learn something to put on the paper basically, and it don't make no sense, you know what I mean? And me do it, I mean till I say it don't make no sense. Had the pressure we under, yeah, read and it don't make no sense, and especially the lecture notes that were online that the teacher would give, they were so brief. I understand they were not detailed, and I know she did this deliberately because she wanted to come my lectures then. But the point is that don't wait until the end of the term or the end of the semester if you got learn, kind of make no sense, me tell you that. And also using the study strategy where you're cramming and you push down information every minute, you push it down, that also don't make no sense, because your brain either remember the last thing or the first thing or both. But things in the middle, your brain I gotta lose it somewhere. I gotta store in your long-term memory, and you have to bring it back to your short-term memory during the exam, right? So that is why you have to use memorization and also reinforcement to bring back the information to your mind, right? So basically that's what you need to do. So it's not that you're dumb, sorry, so you're not smart, but you're using the wrong study strategy in the exam. Something that you'd have to change. You'd have to change that going forward, because if not, then you're just going to fail. So the cramming don't work, the studying everything last minute, that also don't work. That not gonna help you. So all of them something there contribute to why you're not able to pass. So I have a study method that I came up with, and it's called REP, right? So that's the abbreviation, right? So REP. So basically it means read, explain, practice. I have a blog post, I will link it down below. You can also go and read through that study method, but that's a study method that I came up with, and should I use it in the exam. But basically what rep means, or what it does for your studying, it means that, and basically rep only works when you have a good amount of time before the exam. It means to read information just to get like a first glimpse or exposure to the information. So basically reading is not for memorization, it's just for reading for understanding. And then the second step is explaining. So after you read it, and you do this in small portions, so not like you read everything and then you're gonna try to explain one by afterwards. No, so after you read through that topic, you try and explain. So you say, okay, what was photosynthesis again? Is okay, it's the process by which this happens, and you explain. And then you also have practice, and practice just means answering questions on paper, and in the case of anything math related like maths or physics, you actually work out the questions. That's basically what rep is. There's a blog post down below, go and check it out down below. It's a very good study strategy, to be honest. Like, I really like it. I came up with it, and that was basically when me tell you some grades and did up on a little cliff and me say something, right? And I had to change it. That's how I came up with it, right? So use rep. So please read the stuff ahead. Don't wait until like before, you understand, the exam, right before the exam you will learn, because not everybody have the same luck. There's a puss and dog now have the same luck. So if me might cram a little bit and get through, yes, so no means you go cram and you get through, understand? Because somebody else might do it and them get through and me not get through, you understand what I mean? So just ensure say yeah, prepare beforehand, like, and don't even try to learn things word for word in the beginning. Just try to have it in your brain, make your brain wonder about it. Because even after doing the exam, sometimes, like even the last exam I do before I come home for that Christmas break, like I sit down and I think about some of the things I'm right on the exam, and I say, okay, me explain the life cycle properly, and okay, how this is transmitted, and then me I say, but this stuff actually very interesting, because the exam gone and I still think about them, like. And I say, oh, why I never put this effort in for a long time, you know what I mean? To actually learn this stuff and keep it in my brain. So whatever you do, try to find some kind of interest in it, in whatever you're learning, because guess what, if the interest is not there, you're not learning nothing and it don't make no sense, right? So just try to find some interest, use my rep study method, it really works, and make sure that stick to it. Yeah, don't cram before your exam. It does not work. Don't have to read everything and go into the exam. That also does not work. You read and you learn nothing all. So don't just use that alone. Don't rely on past papers alone. Don't use any one study method alone, because that doesn't make sense. Like, literally don't do that. Use a cocktail method, use a blend of things, use flashcards, use reading, use explaining, answering questions, use a combination of things. Don't just use one thing, right? So that's just my advice for smart students, so that they can continue being smart in their exams. All the links will be down below in the description. But anyways, guys, if you have any questions, do comment them down below. And this is the end of this video. Go ahead and like, comment, share, and subscribe.